Hi everybody, all my followers, welcome to another video. So, if you follow my channel, you have most likely seen a video that I've done just not long ago. I don't know when it's gonna be published. So anyway, a video on a car like this, changing the mileage on the cluster, because the original cluster was faulty, and I correct the mileage on it. So the cluster that we were correcting the mileage actually came out from this car. So now we have another cluster in there that we're gonna, so this is the original cluster from the other car, and what we're gonna do now is take that one off, put that one in, and once again change the mileage on this one to the correct mileage, that, if I'm not mistaken, was about 92,000 miles, I think it was. And I think it might going to be a very similar video, but I'm recording it because I don't know where that panel came from. Well, I know it came from a Scenic, but I don't know what the options were on that Scenic. So it might be that on top of the mileage correction, we might need some coding. So let's plug it in and see what happens. Okay, and look at that. And we have the panel back on. Okay, so let's start the engine. I want to see. Okay, so let me take the speed limiter, wherever that is. Okay, so everything looks good. So 6,000 RPMs, I think that's correct. This is a petrol. I don't think, or should be, no, I think that's wrong. This is a petrol. I think that came from a diesel. Being a petrol, I think the RPM should go a little bit higher. So that's the first thing I'm looking at. So it came from also from a manual, because there's no gearbox selection in there, which is good. So it looks like it's just my RPMs that's wrong at the moment, and obviously it's gonna be my mileage, obviously 162,000. This car should have 92,000. So everything else looks okay to me, but let's plug it in. Let's do the mileage first, and then we'll check the rest of it. Okay, and the mileage is done. Now, while I was doing this, I just thought about another thing that needs to be done, which is the VIN number, and we're going to do that next. And while I have Renault Link connected, we are going to do that with Renault Link. So let's come here to VIN number. So it's going to read my VIN number first, let it do the job. That little green bar in there. Okay, so that's my actual VIN number. Now I'm going to put the new VIN number, and then we'll press right. Okay, so that's my new VIN number, and we should be able to press right. Input string was not in a correct format. That's weird. Okay, let me figure out what's going on. Okay, guys, job done. So there is a. I quickly figured out what was wrong. There is a procedure for this. You can't just write the VIN on top of that one. What you need to do is you need to open this window, reset the VIN, close the window, open it again, put the new VIN number in there, and then write. So you can't just overwrite this VIN number. You need to reset it first, and only then it will accept the new one. So I've just connected. I'm going to show you again. If I open the window, it's going to read my VIN number, and it's going to read the new VIN number I've just put in. There is. So VIN number is now done. Guys, and I had to change tools because for some weird reason Renault Link is failing to change the fuel type. I believe the XML file I have for this dashboard, for this cluster, is not the 100% right one, so it might be that's why it's failing. But I don't have the time now to go and look for the right one. So anyway, so just quickly plug the Maxi-Sys, and I think the Maxi-Sys should be able to help us on this. It's just a simple configuration changing. And is the last thing we need to do. Hopefully when we change the fuel type, that's going to change my RPM range. So let's go to read codes first. Just make sure there's nothing there. If there is, no fault codes, which is good. So let's read configuration, which should give me the configuration that's on the car right now. There we go. Automatic and brake wheel. Vehicle type is a J84. Manual gearbox, which is correct. Fuel, it says diesel, so that's where he's wrong. Miles per gallon. Trajectory control without. It's without ESP. There it is. No ESP on this. Tire pressure mode is without. Distance units in miles. Cruise control with is correct. Overspeed without. Okay, so let's gonna go back. Let's see if we can change this. I want to change my fuel type. Ignition on, engine stopped. Fuel automatically BRN. It's correct. Return to fault. Okay. Fuel type. It's gonna change that. Oh, sorry. Click OK. Let's change that to petrol. Okay. That's done. It's gonna escape, and straight away you're gonna be able to see that my RPM range, the 0 came down, and now I have a 7 in there. If you go back on the video, you're gonna see that was up to 6, now it goes up to 7, and my RPMs before, they were close to 1, and because everything was wrong, so obviously that's correct now. And I think this is the last bit for this coding process. The dashboard is now working. Obviously, if this dashboard came from water, for example, it would be the P and N in there, and we'd have to change that, or vice versa. So everything else actually matched. The cruise control is also matched, so it's already coded. It came already from one with it. So that's it for now, for this video. Very similar to the other one. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below for that one, so if you guys wanna go and have a look. But on the other one, I purely changed the mileage, that was it, which I did not show you on this video. So go on the other one to see how that's done on Renault Link. And I think that's gonna be it for now. Let's gonna wrap it up, guys. Hope there's some information here you guys are gonna find it useful. If you do have any questions or any comments, put them below. And like always, guys, thanks for watching.